Hi there! NextMatter is a workflow automation platform that can tie all the loose ends in your compliance workflows. Let's say you're a stock trading platform. Because of strict financial regulations, you need to regularly check your customers for suspicious activities to prevent financial crimes. For example, if your customer receives a large sum of money, this activity should trigger an alert. In such case, you must ask the customer to provide a source of wealth certificate. If the certificate doesn't check out, you need to discontinue the customer. You might run your KYC workflow in a dedicated tool. However, the tool might not be flexible enough to run a specific workflow when an alert is raised, and performing checks is too serious a task for manual work. Manual work also takes longer to complete. This is where NextMatter can take over and automate so everything is risk-free. Let's look at the workflow. It starts when an agent creates a Zendesk ticket with an alert. This alert can also be sent from an internal monitoring tool. In this case, Zendesk sends a webhook trigger that initiates a workflow. The trigger also sends in information such as the email, the timestamp, and the name of the customer. This is the data that can be audited later on, but also automatically transformed into reusable variables. As you can see, the workflow has been started. It's right here, in active instances. Also, the first task has been assigned to the compliance team. All this happened automatically without any manual work involved. When NextMatter receives the trigger, it automatically sends out an email to the customer asking for the source of wealth documentation. Note that I don't have to re-enter the name for every customer. My workflow is now using variables that got pulled from the ticket. But let's go back to the instance. The agent completes the assigned task. At the same time, an email is automatically sent to the customer. It might look like this. You can see how the name variable has changed into text. Now, the customer clicks the link in the email. This is the link to an external form. They open the form without logging in and provide all the data. Nice and easy. And you can brand this form to match your company style. Let's now complete the form and send it. The uploaded documents are automatically sent to the compliance officer. The officer gets a notification to their personal NextMatter inbox to pick up a task. They click, run the necessary checks, and approve or decline the documentation. I'll take over and approve the task. This would happen if the officer was out and their stand and acted on the task. The approval triggers a conditional step. This means that the workflow branches out based on the officer's decision. If the documents are approved, the workflow completes. Note that in the case of approval, the deactivation step was skipped. That's because the approval step was built with a condition. You can see it when you expand and hover over the step. Deactivation would only be run in the case of a decline. Let's look at this case. If the documents are declined, the workflow proceeds to deactivate the user. I'll take over the task now, but normally it's be an assigned user who would select the team member to deactivate the customer in the Postgres database. Then the workflow would complete. When compliance is at stake, nothing should be left to chance. If you run tasks connected with enhanced KYC, due diligence, or quality management, try NextMatter for free or get in touch to see if your workflows still have room for automation.